Hello friends, welcome to Hope to the Hopeless series. Today the topic for this week is the Palm Sunday to the Resurrection Sunday. So today being the Palm Sunday, this is the last week and a crucial week for Christians who believe this faith. So what happens is these 7 days where what happened in Jesus' life, I just want to outline it in a very brief way, in a short possible way I can. So the first day is called the Triumphal Entry on Palm Sunday. That's when Jesus Christ walked into Jerusalem. My dear friends, let me tell you that Jesus knew what is going to happen in a couple of days. He would be crucified, he would be nailed on the cross and crucified. But in spite of knowing that, what he did is he went there. Just imagine if we know that we have some danger in a particular place, what would we do? We would walk away from that place. But Jesus knew that there is going to be a danger if he goes back to Jerusalem. But still, he went back to Jerusalem. When he went back, his disciples, they were not even disciples, the crowd was waving to him and they supported him. They welcomed him with great excitement. They showed the palm leaves and they said, come Jesus. They were just praising him. They said that Hosanna, the son of David. Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Hosanna to the highest. That is what people said. So it started like this. So this is where Jesus, that's why it's called as a triumphal entry. And remember, he was a king. How do people expect a king to come? People expect a king to come on a horse, majestic way. But he came on a lowly donkey, on a colt. So that is what Jesus taught, is the humbleness. He tried to teach his disciples about what is humbleness. So he came, he was a king, it was a triumphal entry, but still it was a humble entry. He came on a donkey. So day 2 is what happens is he clears the temple, that is on Monday. So what happens is he is going to the temple. On the way he sees a fig tree and it is looking very beautiful. But when he sees so intently on that, when he sees more clearly, he does not see fruits in it. So what he says is that he curses the fig tree. So he curses and says that you look so good, but you don't bear fruit. So it is a metaphor, it's a symbolic a teaching to the people, because we may look good from outside, our life may be good, our life may be successful, everything may be good, but if we are not fruitful for God, then that life is not good in the sight of the Lord. So don't give the Lord a chance to say that. So God has given us life, so let's be fruitful for God. So after that he goes to the temple. When he goes to the temple, he sees the corrupt money changers in the temple. Temple is a place where we go to worship, but there's a lot of politics, there's a lot of business, there's a lot of trade going on in the temple. So what does Jesus say? He says that go out, and he just turns the table around. He turns the table upside down and he chases away the money changers. And he says that this is my house this temple will be a house of prayer, but you people have made it to a den of thieves. That is what he said, and he chased them away. So day 3 is what, again he walks into Jerusalem. When he walks, he sees the withered fig tree. The previous day when he cursed, the next day it was actually withered. That means whatever Jesus spoke comes into practice, it comes into existence. He just spoke a word the previous day, and the next day that happened. So he walked by, and then he went to and he also admonished the religious leaders. They tried to arrest him, and they were disappointed with Jesus because he was talking with authority. They tried to put him down, they tried to arrest him, but Jesus gave a harsh judgment. He said that you are hypocrites. So after that, what happens is he goes to the Mount of Olives and he gives his Olivet Discourse. That means the last days. He says about end times. He talks about second coming. So those are the things what he teaches about the final judgment, end of age. So all these things happen, and the same day Judas actually negotiated with conspirators to betray Jesus. That's the same day. So next day is day 4, that is called Holy Wednesday. Not much has been given about this, but Jesus and his disciples were waiting in anticipation in Bethany for the Passover. And the 5th day is called Maundy Thursday. Maundy Thursday means he was trying to teach his disciples. So what he did is he washed the feet of his disciples, and he said that there are 2 things to learn: that he was humble, he was a leader, he was a king, but still he did this menial job of washing the feet of his disciples. So he says that you also have to come down. You have to, if you want to share my love, that means you need to do these things. So he says to his disciples that love one another. That is the greatest thing, my dear friends, in the Bible. There is nothing but if you condense it into one word, it says that love one another, because God did that for us. Okay, and he goes to the Garden of Gethsemane. So he prays there, and when he prays, the sweat becomes blood. That's how in agony he prayed, in agony, and he was praying for the will of God to happen. And then there he was betrayed, and he was taken to the Roman soldiers. The next day, day 6, that is on Saturday, on Friday, that is trial, crucifixion, and death. That is what is Good Friday. So refer my old video about why Good Friday is called good, because he shed his blood on the cross of Calvary. He died not for only few people, but he died for everyone in this world, for humankind, so that we may receive salvation. On the next day, that is on Saturday, what happens is his tomb is buried there. Yeah, on Saturday he is buried. And remember, 2 people who were actually not even believers. I mean, they were secret believers. They were Nicodemus and Joseph of Arimathea. They were secretly believing God and his teachings, Jesus Christ. But there was a time that they had to, leave up that secrecy and then come out in bold and say that yes, we believe. And they were completely, impacted by the death of Jesus Christ. And they came out boldly and they said they were the ones who took Jesus' body, and they did all the burial rituals with the costly spices and things like that. They put him in tomb, and on the next Sunday, that is the next day, is the resurrection day. That is the day when Jesus Christ woke up, from the grave. He rose up from the grave. He conquered death. So that's the day when he was not there, when few people ran towards the tomb, and especially the first person to receive is Mary Magdalene, not even the disciples. So there are so many inner meanings in all this. If I have to speak about this, then it's going to be every day we can speak. The last one day, the last week is going to be very elaborate. It's going to be too much in depth. But I just want to condense it and let you know what happened. So that is why this is called the Holy Week or the Passion Week. And so finally, Jesus Christ won, and death could not hold him. Death could hold him only temporarily for just 2 days. On the 3rd day, he rose up from the grave. Today, my dear friends, remember that if you need salvation, then you need to believe Jesus Christ. He alone can give you salvation. Thank you, my dear friends. I'll come back with another message next week. In Jesus' name I pray.